In this question 1 from chapter 5b, we're asked to use Gaussian elimination to solve for x and y. So first of all, we're going to put that into a matrix format. So I'm using the coefficients 2 to write the 2 here. The coefficient of this negative y is negative 1. The coefficient of the x is 3, and the coefficient of this other y is 2. Then we put a line, and this is where we put our answers, 1, 5. Now, what we need to do is we need to eliminate these so that the left-hand side looks like the identity matrix. So first of all, I'm going to do 2 times, sorry, I'll write that on the next line. I'm going to write the top line as is, I'm not going to change that one. And for this line here, I'm going to do 2 lots of row 2, take away 3 lots of row 1. So if I do 2 times 3, take away 3 times 2, that will give me 0. Then for the next one here, I'll have 2 times 2, take away 3 times negative 1, so that will give me 7. And same here, we'll have 2 times 5, take away 3 times 1, so we get 10 take away 3, and that's where we get the 7 from. Next step here, I'm going to do 7 lots of row 1, take away row 2, so plus row 2. So that gives me 7 times 2 is 14, plus 0 is just 14. Then I've got 7 times this negative 1, which will give me negative 7, plus 7 gives me 0. And I could change this at this stage, but for simplicity's sake, I'll do it one row at a time. And this one here, we've got 7 times 1 is 7, plus 7 gives me 14. Now the next step, we want to make it look like the identity matrix. So because I've got 14 on the top row here, I need to do 1/14 of row 1. So 14 divided by 14 is simply 1, 0, and 14 divided by 14 gives me 1 here. Then for the next row, we've got a 7 over here, so we need to do 1/7 of row 2. So 7 divided 7 gives me 1, and 7 divided 7 gives me 1. So that gives me solutions of x is equal to 1, y equals 1. Now for your justification mark, it's a good idea to do a check. So if I use my original equation, we've got 2x minus y. So if I plug in my values, we've got 2 times 1 minus 1 equals 1, and that was my original solution. Then we had 3x plus 2y. Once again, I'm going to plug in my values. So we've got 3 times 1 plus 2 times 1 equals 5, and that was the solution. So that verifies for me that x equals 1 and y equals 1 in my solution.